Okay, first off, you might hear some pounding or banging in the background. Nope, my door is not being kicked down, folks. It's just some construction in the area. Now, for those of you still holding on to the old-fashioned notion that scientists are virtuous folks, toiling away for the betterment of society, this story should put an end to that kind of naive and foolish thinking. Last Friday, BioRx1V naively published an inconspicuously named study titled Role of Spike in the Pathogenic and Antigenic Behavior of SARS-CoV-2 BA.1 OMICRON. There are 23 scientists credited with helping create the study, and the acknowledgments identify it was funded by a major grant from the National Institutes of Health, National Institutes of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, U.S. government agencies, folks. The study provides a detailed step-by-step formula for how to genetically enhance the Omicron virus to make it vaccine-resistant, lung-penetrable, and 80% lethal. Yeah, 80% lethal. You would think that these geniuses might have waited till we were done with the current plague they had unleashed on humanity already. But hey, why wait for Mother Nature to do her thing when you can step in and do it for her faster? Now, for folks who don't believe in God, such as these, they sure like to play God. In some quarters, this type of research is called gain-of-function research, and this should be career-ending for anyone who engages in it. Your mugshot should be put up right next to Hitler's, relegating you to the hinterland of society. But not today, folks. In this upside-down, topsy-turvy world, far from that happening, you're celebrated and published. Think I'm being hyperbolic? Well, here's how the researchers gleefully describe their work. We generated chimeric recombinant SARS-CoV-2 encoding the S gene of Omicron in the backbone of an ancestral SARS-CoV-2 isolate and compared this virus with the naturally circulating Omicron variant. The Omicron S-bearing virus robustly escapes vaccine-induced humoral immunity, mainly due to mutations in the receptor-binding motif RBM, yet unlike natural occurring Omicron, efficiently replicates in cell lines and primary like distal lung cells. In K18 HAs2 mice, while Omicron causes mild, non-fatal infection, the Omicron S-carrying virus inflicts severe disease with a mortality rate of 80%. Hey, eureka! Now, for smart folks, you would think that both these scientists and the government agencies that funded them would know firsthand that we just went through a global pandemic, which, according to leaked documents dropping on a regular basis, almost certainly point to the virus being caused by gain-of-function research to enhance its transmissibility and pathogenicity. All of this leaked out of a lab. Now, all I can imagine is that these folks must have forgotten that it's been illegal to conduct gain-of-function research in the US since the Obama administration. Why? Oh, why are these scientists, still allowed to dabble with civilization-ending material? One would think that given what we've just lived through, governments worldwide would have unanimously and collectively passed laws criminalizing all gain-of-function research by now. But far from that happening, looks like the US government is funding it. I would love to see under what guise they are justifying this. For the betterment of society, 80% lethality? Are you freaking kidding me? Scientists engaged in this kind of gain-of-function research should be treated the same way as a serial killer. Death penalty with no appeal. Hello, have we learned nothing from the Wuhan lab leak? Need I remind you, politicians, of that old saying, those that fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Not sure about you folks, but I'm not a glutton for punishment and really can't see any advantage to deja vuing this thing again. Plus, politicians, if you act, there's the upside of saving millions of lives, which would surely be lost in the event of another lab leak. Here's a novel idea. Instead of enriching scientists to cook up civilization-ending viruses, we could have them cook up viruses that are not civilization-ending and that are totally, basically have no negative consequences. Or we could even invest those resources into crazy things like paying down trillion-dollar deficits caused by, I don't know, plagues perhaps? Seems like a better use of taxpayer dollars than funding the destruction of humanity. But hey, maybe that's just me. I know some of you are saying, pinch me, I must be dreaming. Nope, this is twisted reality, folks. The preprint study carefully and methodically walks the reader through exactly how the scientists created the ultra-lethal COVID variant step by step, right down to describing the make and model of the incubator, the names and serial numbers of the human cell lines, and the brand of centrifuge. It's a flipping recipe. Anybody could follow it. I'm sure the step-by-step video is already in the works. Just imagine how many views that bad boy will get on YouTube. If we weren't hurtling toward oblivion fast enough, thanks to these mental midgets and gain of function, this should do the trick. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tax dollars hard at work. If these turds are paying for this kind of research, just imagine what else the US and other governments must be funding. Not to worry though, it's all in the name of science at the speed of science. There's an old saying that goes, we're our own worst enemies. Sadly these days, truer words have not been spoken. Anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. I posted a link in the notes section to the actual preprint study. Please follow me on my Rumble, my Locals account. And as always, you can post your comments, share anything you like, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share this channel with others. See you next time.